What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here at Candlestick Park, shortly after the 49ers knock off the Vikings 15-10 in what can only be described as an offensively starved game. Let's go through what matters in this game, since a lot of it, just like the preseason opener against St. Louis, was backups against backups. The Vikings starting offense, in essence, gets 4 plays with Brett Favre in there. He takes a big hit on the third one, an inside pressure, a cross-dog blitz, 5-man pressure. Adrian Peterson's got to sort it out, pick one guy or the other. Patrick Willis runs him over, hits Brett Favre to the ground, and that was it for Favre. Coach Brad Childress said that would have been it anyway, but really, you didn't get a sense for what the offense is, and really we won't, assuming that Percy Harvin comes back, assuming that Sidney Rice is ready. We still haven't seen those guys out there. And you're getting to the point now, 18 days before the regular season opener, where, as Favre said, to think that this offense will be hitting on all cylinders for that game in New Orleans, I don't know. And I don't either, because I've watched this team and haven't actually seen what they're going to be like with their full complement of players on the field. We'll get a little better idea in the third preseason game next week against Seattle. I think Harvin will end up playing. Rice at this point, I would be stunned if he does play. But the rest of the offense will play at least a half, maybe a little bit more than that, and we'll get a little better idea. The defense also has a ton to clean up. Alex Smith absolutely carved these guys up for a 12-play, 70-yard drive, 3 third-down conversions. The Vikings struggled in coverage. They put no heat on the quarterback. That's concerning stuff when your offense still is trying to get over the hump here. And obviously they're still trying out some different combinations, particularly in the secondary. They've got to make a decision at safety where Jamarcus Sanford got the start tonight. I wouldn't say that he was overwhelming in what he did on the football field. They've got to make a decision between him and Tyrell Johnson. They've also got to make a decision on what they're going to do at cornerback tonight. Asher Allen got the start. Lito Shepherd came on as the third corner. They also got a long look at Chris Cook. That's something they're going to have to sort out this week, but big questions ahead. You have to say something positive about this team tonight. It's the fact that they are still coming out of this relatively healthy. Now, we know the injuries to Percy Harvin with the migraines. We know about John Sullivan, who has the calf. Those 2 guys should be back on Tuesday. Sidney Rice, he's up in the air at this point. And the more and more that we look at him, even though he's slowly progressing, he's taking baby steps. He's just now starting to run routes 18 days before the regular season opener. Rice is a guy who may not play in the preseason, and they'll just have to see what they can do to roll him out come that season opener. Then you also have Cedric Griffin, who looks like he's progressing in the right direction, but certainly isn't going to be ready to start against New Orleans. But they haven't had that big injury in the preseason. They lost Jamar Johnson last week. Maybe there was something minor tonight, but nothing that we noticed. No torn ACLs to starters. Nothing major that's going to impact this football team. And the other big positive out of tonight, depending on what way you look at it, is the play of Joe Webb. He gets loose in that 48-yard scramble for a touchdown. Even Brett Favre said he reminds him a little of himself at this point. Webb continues to show those glimpses of what he can do with his athleticism, with his speed. The negative to that, of course, is at this point, when he's made a couple of plays like he has in these first 2 games, when he's led a touchdown drive in his first 2 NFL preseason games, it's becoming tougher and tougher to think that Joe Webb possibly could get through waivers if the Vikings decide they don't want to keep him as the extra quarterback on the 53-man roster. Early day tomorrow, back to the Twin Cities, and of course, we'll be back with a lot more news at 1500ESPN.com. See ya.